Can we just all spare a thought for those single galleys that are currently in the online dating trenches? For context, I re-downloaded Bumble because I don't leave the house, and how else am I going to meet a man? Saw a cute guy. Obviously on Bumble you have to make the first move. His prompt was ideal first date. I was like, sweet, this is great. Coffee, walk, and a sweet treat. Tell me why. He responds with, are you the sweet treat? Get me out of here.
Men understand that either she likes you or she doesn't. There's nothing even wrong with what he said. She just wants this grand gesture. She wants this romance from a book or a TV show, a novella, an English soap opera. Like, she wants all of this stuff. No, bro. No, men aren't going for that. There is nothing disrespectful or wrong about what he said. If she was seriously interested in him, she would go for it. As a matter of fact, let's watch how they date.
So I asked my mom, I was like, how come I can't find a man like my friends that like provides for me and that loves me? She's all like, have you met any providers? I was like, yeah, I've met plenty, but like they're just not my type. She's like, exactly, they're not your type. You go after the men that are cute, but that's the only thing they have going for themselves. Anything other than that, they're emotionally unavailable and they treat women like shit. I was like, huh? She's like, yeah, like you could literally have a man right now that'll take care of you, but you refuse to because they don't match the looks that you want. I said, God forbid I want to be physically attracted to the person that I'm with. She's like, well then, beggars can't be choosers. I'm like, so it's either like be with somebody that ain't that cute, but provides, or be with somebody that's hella hot, but treats me like shit. It's a cruel world out here. This is why I'm single, because I can't do this anymore, guys.
Bingo. Another thing. I always talk about, they always scream the word provider. They want provider men. They don't know the first thing about a provider dude, because all the guys that they go through in their younger years don't have anything. They don't have anything. The one thing that you want exclusive rights to for her, the broke guy gets. What are we talking about here? The guys that would give me everything, they're not attractive, they're not hot. And another thing, we live in this social media age, right? And I do promote men becoming more attractive, getting in shape, making sure your clothes fit, making sure your beard is groomed, your beard's lined up, haircut every 2 weeks. Yes, it's one part of it. But another part of it, men's job isn't to be pretty. That's your job. So all it is, oh, they're not hot. You're looking in your phone and then looking out into reality and thinking that what you see on your phone is supposed to be everywhere. Now do you guys understand why when a woman is double taking or damn and or whatever she's saying, catcalling, whatever, it doesn't affect me? I have stories for days where women were like, what the hell? I call it the Windex effect, where you're just being normal with them. And they're like, why isn't he responding to my flirting? It means nothing. Because I'm getting treated nice. There's 10 guys behind you that you treat like crap. It's not even special. I'm more concerned with what you about to do. Let me see the actions. I don't care about the talk. Let's get the next one.
That you normally wouldn't go for because you're like, oh, well, he's like really nice and he has all these qualities and like whatever. He's still probably gonna f you over or like be a fucking dumbass, so you may as well go for a hot dumbass.
Here we go again. Just go for the hot dumbass. Just go for the hot dumbass. And when men laser focus on being in the gym, getting their money up, getting their credit up, getting their portfolio up, and they don't have time for anything else, they'll smash you. They'll see you once a week or whatever. They ain't trying to be in a relationship. Then you have a problem there too. The guys who are at the bottom that are trying to be top shelf now, that are like, I don't have time for a relationship, you're mad with that. So which one is it? They shit all over male self-improvement, but then they only want the guys who are self-improved. It makes no sense.
Lie to men right from the beginning. It's really hard to like circle back and then like switch things up. Be consistent, okay? First thing I do when I meet a man is just start lying.
Men know you're lying. This is exactly why men ain't trying to be tied down. Men know that you're lying and men aren't going for it. The weak men will believe your lies and try to save you. Will try to convert you. Try to make you something that you're not. But men understand as they get older too, women are just women. They're going to be who they're going to be. So all of that lying, men see through that. And they can only lie so much. And this is why I tell you guys, give them specific instructions. Because once you do that, if they're not feeling you, they're not going to do it. The lies go out the window. Them pretending to like you goes out the window because they're not about to follow your lead. Who the hell do you think you are? You're lucky I'm even talking to you. See how that works? The vetting process is super important. And it's super important because guys are going to avoid that and they're going to avoid this.
The guy got about 7 days of me being all cute and sweet and kind and nice. By day 8, you gonna see I'm from the east side. You know what I'm saying?
This won't fly with men who are aware. You start running your mouth a little bit too much, you start being too pushy, start saying that he's not doing this and doing that, bro, guys are just gonna walk away from you.
Okay, hi, here's my much anticipated dating life update regarding Dog Park Guy. If you guys are new here, my name's Lauren, I'm 25 years old, rather introverted, living in Iowa, have literally the worst time dating, even though I feel like I have my ish relatively put together. And let me catch you all up to speed real quick. I deleted the dating apps the end of 2025, had them deleted for 6 months, recently re-downloaded Hinge, and then went on a date with this guy, had been talking to this guy for the past month. Things just recently ended. Backstory, this guy is 5 years older than me. Like I said, I'm 25, he was 30. And also important, I have talked on here about my fearful avoidant attachment style or anxious avoidant attachment style, which I am actively working through and I'm self-aware of it and I know it needs to change, but just kind of like to preface all of this by telling you that. So essentially we had been seeing each other very consistently, maybe 2-ish times a week, talking every single day. The feelings were definitely reciprocated. I feel like we were both in the same spot. And then I started noticing a few potential incompatibilities in terms of lifestyle and goals, maybe is a good way to put it. And me being me, I know this now, maybe not in the moment, but I was hyper focusing on those things. And I think they kind of took away from the good parts of what was happening. And I think I kind of let those get the best of me. And then I started overthinking things. And then I eventually started questioning him, which he did not appreciate in the slightest. And if roles were reversed, I will be the first to say I wouldn't have appreciated it either. However, the way in which he brought it up was, I would say, not ideal. And this isn't his fault. I would say I take full responsibility for the way things played out here, but he didn't address the situation right away and almost got a little bit defensive, I guess, when I questioned him a little bit, and then finally brought it up that it was bothering him a day or two later. And then he said, this is going to make for a long road if you're going to be constantly questioning me and having a hard time trusting. And so I then said something along the lines of, okay, that's totally fine, no worries, I understand, type thing. And that was me, I think, looking for reassurance from him, and that's not a way to do it. I'm not saying that I like I said, I take full responsibility that I am at fault here. Essentially just be like, oh, I actually really like you, whatever. Instead, he just went along with it and ended things. So then we ended up talking in person. Things were still ended. I was very upset, and I was like, at this point, just feeling like, what is wrong with me? Because he was the one that was pursuing me throughout the whole thing. And then I feel like he just kind of like switched up after one, in the grand scheme of things, small thing relative to everything else that was going well. In the moment, I was mad at myself because I like totally self-sabotaged a good thing. And so I was just mad and sad and whatever. And he was super nice and whatever. And then he left. And then I ended up texting him, of course, like 4 days later, I think, and said that I missed him. And then he reciprocated that essentially. And then we kind of talked for a little bit and kind of then started talking about how he can't hurt me. He hates hurting people and blah, blah, blah. This is the part that I'm having a hard time with, because whether or not I'm willing to risk getting hurt is up to me, not you. And so that can't be, in my mind, your reason for ending things, because that's not up to you. That's my decision to make for myself with where I'm at with things. So at that point, you clearly don't want to pursue things. Just tell me that. Like, just tell me straight up, hey, I'm not feeling it anymore. This kind of scared me off a little bit. And I would have been like, totally understand, no hard feelings whatsoever, which, I mean, we ended on amicable terms, but I wish that would have been more the reason, because I do think, and I'm not mad, but like, I'm a little mad because I feel like him saying he's scared of hurting me is a cop-out. Just say you're not interested, I can take it, okay? So I'm sad. And I think why I'm sad is because not only was he super kind and good to me, but I also like care about him as a person, even outside of like a romantic way, if that makes sense. And I think he's been through a lot, and I like want to help him or like be there for him. I don't know if that's just like the nurse in me or what, but I also feel like I'm like a very curious person. So I feel like I asked him a lot more than he was asking about me. So I feel like I know him better than he knows me. And so that's also been a hard thing, because it's only been a month, and I think in my mind, I'm just like, oh, he doesn't even care that it's over. Meanwhile, I'm over here like crashing out about it. So I think it's almost just like a little bit embarrassing, to be completely honest with you. So it was definitely a learning experience is how I'm looking at it. Wish him nothing but the best moving forward, and hopefully this experience will teach me how to be better the next time I decide to finally date again. So there you have it. Please be nice. I know I'm at fault here and I'm sad about it, so go easy on me, but I felt the need to update you guys. Anyways, thanks for listening. Bye.
As soon as she started with the nonsense, bro made an executive decision to say, yo, I'm not doing this. And he was a gentleman too. If you listen to the whole thing, there were many good parts. But see, they'll always focus on something that's not right. If there's nothing that's not right in the situation, they don't feel right in the situation. They want something to nag about. They want something to be tweaked. You could be the perfect guy. This is why it makes no sense trying to please them, trying to be the perfect guy for them. They'll start getting at you more. Oh, well, Susie's man does this. You know, my dad did this for my mom. Have you seen what they're doing over here? Why can't we do that? Why can't we go here? They'll start nitpicking. Bro is like, wait a minute, we ain't been talking that long. You know, I'm good off of this. And you notice how she's like, I take accountability for everything. I take responsibility for everything, because she has no choice but to respect him now. Bro's a gentleman. He didn't even cut her off cold turkey. It was just like, you know, I think we should go our separate ways. And the one thing that I want to talk about is how he checkmated her. And I don't like hurting people. When the manipulator finally runs into her match. When the manipulator finally runs into their match. What you mean you don't want to hurt her, bro? I know what he means, but it's funny because now she's boxed in. Oh, that's my decision. Yeah, well, tell your story walking.